spot that Aaron hunted quite a bit back in October. He actually killed a buck up in here. When he was in here, there was a ton of other bucks besides the one he killed. So hopefully a couple of them that he saw are still hanging around. There's some scrapes that we saw on the walk-in. We're going in on the ground again. So things should get pretty wild here. There's a buck right there.
Nice one.
No.
Little one.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's legal or not. I think it's just a 5-pointer.
What's it doing?
Browsing. I can see him now. It's about 20 to 5. We just saw our first 2 deer of the evening. One was a little buck that wasn't quite legal, and the other was a doe fawn, we think. We didn't get much of a glimpse of her. She just kind of was trotting up the cove from us. There's a bunch of turkeys flying up across the cedar thicket from us. So far the deer have kind of done exactly what we thought they would do. Came out of these cedar thickets that are kind of on both sides of us and just came down to this cove to feed. Hopefully we just have a big doe or a shooter buck come through.
You looking? Huh? Eating? You hear that?
Yeah.
Is this a grunt? Might want to throw that get that decoy ready.
I think so.
If he comes down here, doesn't see anything, he might get nervous. That was a grunt though, 100%. That was super deep. Holy cow.
That little buck is looking that way, like really hard. Ted and I snuck out of there with no light, tried to be as quiet as possible. I grunted at that little buck. We're thinking it was a big buck, maybe that big 8-pointer that Aaron was going after. Grunted back at us like real deep and low, but he never came out. He was up in those cedars up there, and I'm sure he just couldn't see a buck down in there, so he didn't come out. There's a blind to the north of us, so I'm sure that that's why he didn't come out. It's because he's been seeing some pressure in there. But anyway, snuck out of there. Hopefully we didn't spook him, and we're probably going to take Herman back in there and go after him tomorrow again.
Wish us luck.
Might get run over. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, son! That's what he says. He's like, well, good luck, you boys, and if you get another one, just give me a holler. Yeah, we'll do, Dan. He was saying that there was a huge buck that he was caping out in there, and the guy grunted it in last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he said that he's had a ton of bucks come in this last week that guys have been talking about were chasing does, and they grunted them in. So
It's that secondary rut. Ted and I are just getting into the cove that we were in last night. Right here over my right shoulder is actually where we were sitting. We heard a grunt from what sounded like a mature buck right up over in here at the edge of these cedars. We've got the saddles and we've got Herm. We're gonna come and set up more in the middle of the cove, but get up in the air and put Herm out in front of us. Sure, the reason that that buck didn't come down in the cove after he heard the grunting last night was because he just didn't see anything down in there. There's a buck that we know of from a local guy and from Aaron hunting in here that's a real old deer. And he's hunting in a spot where a lot of people know about him, so he's obviously pretty smart if he's avoiding everybody. So I'm sure he just came to the edge of the cove and just sat there and stared down in there until it got dark. Ted and I got out of here with no light, and we didn't really make a whole lot of sound last night, so I think he's bedded up in these cedars here right next to this cove. We took our time, got really quiet getting down in here. We're gonna take our time setting Herm up and getting in the tree, but the plan is to get up, set Herm up, wait a little bit, and then probably call just like we did last night. So hopefully we get her done. Ted and I just got set up, and it's 3:30. Got Herm here out in front of us, in between a bunch of scrapes. Plan is if we don't see anything, towards the last hour or so of shooting light, we're just gonna call and act like we're making a scrape like we did last night. Buck sounded like he was right over here, so hopefully he just comes out, sees Herman, comes walking down looking for a fight, because it's gonna be pretty close quarters for a shot, which is definitely very good. It's pretty calm tonight. Our wind is just barely playing the edge of this bedding area, so looks like when I drop milkweed it kind of bends back around and follows the cove though, which is good, especially when the wind picks up. Hopefully we just have one of them do the dance tonight. Turkeys. It's 5:14, which means we are legally closed. It's been real fun in Missouri this year. We've had a lot of luck. We got 3 bucks down this year. When you buy your tags in September, Missouri's pretty cool. You get 2 tags, and you can use both of them for buck if you wait to use the second one until after rifle season. And then you get 2 turkey tags too. And it's pretty cheap. I think it's $2.25.
Yeah.
So anyway, we both had our other buck tags, and it's after rifle season, so we thought we'd just come down and give it a whirl. It's been pretty fun. Saw a lot of deer this trip. Bunch of little bucks. I kicked up one big buck that we didn't get on video, and then we had that grunt encounter last night. Thanks to Pickles for letting us stay in the camper. Pickles is Aaron's good buddy and kind of cousin-in-law, I think, is how that works.
They're all cousin-in-laws down here.
This is Missouri.
That's it on that. That's it for Missouri.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for Missouri. We're going back home tonight, and I don't know if we'll do anything until Mississippi, but we're going to Mississippi here in a couple weeks, so look forward to that. It should be pretty fun.
Peace.